Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of ShipHero Feature Walkthroughs. I'm joined today by Yosef Haas, our VP of Product. So, how are you today, Yosef?
I'm great, Dano. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Looking forward to learning more about ShipHero and its amazing features. So, what are we exploring today?
So today we're going to talk about RateShop Plus. RateShop Plus is a way to customize and really dial in the methods that are used when doing rate shopping. So until now, any method within a carrier that was included in your quoting could be used and could be considered for the cheapest option. There was no way to exclude specific methods. With RateShop Plus, not only can you include or exclude specific methods, you can add rating factors to those as well. So that'll be clear when we walk through it, but it gives you a lot of capability to specify the exact methods that you want to use in rate shopping. So
Sure.
to set up RateShop Plus, once it's enabled, you go to your settings. So down here by your name, click on settings, and then RateShop Plus. You'll see here we have nothing created. So we'll just go ahead and hit create method. First step is to give it a name. So the name is what's going to show up as the method. The carrier is going to be cheapest, and the method will be whatever you specify here. So for example, let's say I do ground only, and I'll hit next. The next step is to select the methods that you want to include in this quote. So click on add method. You can start typing, and that'll filter the available methods. So let's say, for example, I want to use UPS ground, a FedEx ground services, and Indicia ground advantage. So what this means is that when I do a quote using this method, it's only going to look at those three methods. So I'll hit next. And here's where a lot of the power really comes in. I can add rating factors. And what a rating factor is, very simply, is we're going to take the rate we get back from the carrier and multiply it by whatever number you put here. So obviously, if you leave it as 1, it's not going to change that rate. But if I want to change that rate, I can do that here. So for example, let's say for UPS ground, I want to use UPS maybe a little more than I otherwise would have. So I can say, instead of multiplying it by 1, I'm going to go down to 0.9. And that's going to take whatever method came back from UPS, multiply it by 0.9, which is going to reduce that method. Now, why would I want to do that? So a couple of use cases. For example, let's say I can pay my UPS bill with credit card. Maybe I get 3% back, so I'm willing to pay a little more for UPS because I know I get some of that back. Or let's say I have a agreement with UPS. I need to hit a minimum number of packages. So even if it costs me a little more to go UPS, I want to make sure I hit my minimum so I don't lose my contract rates. So I'm willing to pay a little more on the package to push a little more toward UPS. And again, that can be for any carrier or any method. And each one of these can be changed individually. So I could have UPS at 0.9. Maybe I want to push FedEx a little higher. So I can say, 1.05. That's going to give it a 5% bump. So it's going to be a little higher than it otherwise would. So you can very finely tune for each one of the methods included what you want to do, either reduce it or increase it. And again, you can create as many of these custom methods as you want. So depending on the location, where it's going, the type of package, I can have different cheapest methods that will apply to that specific package. Now, if I hit next, I have my other rating factor, which is the maximum delivery time. So if I leave it at 0, it's basically just going to include it regardless. But if I change it, I can say, let's say, for example, I only want to use USPS if they say they're going to get it there within 3 days. So if they can get it there in 3 days, I'll use it. But if the quote comes back anything more than that, it'll exclude it. So that's in addition to the rating factors that we just set. I can do a minimum delivery time or maximum number of days I want to allow for that method. Hit next, shows me the summary. Hit save, and now I have my custom method set. And again, you can create more. You can create as many as you want. And then using automation rules or just manually setting it, you could change that what method is being used on the order. You can click on it as well here, view that same summary, edit any of the settings, as well as delete the method if you want to remove it. And that's really it. So it's a pretty straightforward way to set up your methods. Once they're created here, they'll be available any place where you set shipping methods. So whether that's in the API, automation rules, shipping method map, anywhere where shipping methods are set, it'll be under the cheapest carrier. And you'll see this method. It'll be called, in this case, ground only. again, give it whatever name is appropriate for you. And that's it. It seems like a very simple, straightforward feature, but it really has a lot of power when you think about the different use cases, when you think about how you can really dial in the methods that you use, methods that you include in your cheapest rate shopping. Again, the fact you can create as many as you want and have each one do something a little different really gives you a lot of power to control your shipping costs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's great to be able to customize that as well. Yeah. Agreed. Okay, Yosef, thank you very much. And if you'd like to check out other feature walkthroughs, click on the top right corner right now. And if you're ready to unlock your e-commerce fulfillment superpowers, visit ShipHero.com to schedule a call with us. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.